Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing something a little bit differently here. Instead of me sharing what I've made or patterns that I like, I am sharing with you what I believe are the top 10 best crochet YouTube channels that you can find on YouTube. I should take a second to introduce myself if you're not familiar with me. My name is Jackie Chaplin. I run a crochet business called Works of Whimsy Crochet. I sell in person at markets. I sell on Etsy, both finished makes and patterns, and I run this awesome YouTube channel. This channel is not on my list, but if I'm in your top 10, I would love if you could let me know. I doubt it, but I would love for you guys to let me know because that would be cool. And now let's get into the video. These are channels that have specifically influenced my crochet business and my crochet journey, so I just want to share them with you because who doesn't love all things crochet? I've broken down this list into like sections basically. I have like a business info section, a tutorials section, and kind of like an other section. And I will be giving you like a little information about each channel, and down below you can find the channel linked specifically for most of them right to a playlist of videos that I find particularly helpful, but I do encourage you to go check out the channel as a whole because the reason I like it might not be the reason you like it. Within these like little sections, they're in no particular order, but we'll start with the business and inspo section. However, I do implore you to go check out these channels because they're not just business related in the same way that my channel is like not just business related, though I'd say I'm a little more businessy than some of these. Katie Being Creative, that channel has like really been gold for me when I was starting out, and I still enjoy her videos today. It's where I go for like pattern ideas for market makes, because just because something's like a great pattern and cute doesn't mean it'll translate well over to like a market make, because those patterns have to be like fast and cute. But I have the tutorial link down below of her like everything I crocheted and prices, and that specifically influenced me because I do those videos on my channel as well, and they've been some of my like best and most loved videos. The next person I have, and I say person but channel, the next channel I have is Camryn's Cute Creations. I will say I love her, but she talks really fast, and that's not necessarily a problem because I talk fast too, but a lot of times in her videos she's giving so much information and talking fast that it can actually be overwhelming, but there's definitely great information in there. I just personally have to be like ready to take in the information. She, for me, is not a passive watch, but I've linked a playlist with specifically market tips, and they've definitely been like real helpful and game changers. The next channel that I find is super awesome is Crochet by Genna. Specifically, she does a lot of vlogs and where she's just, you know, talking about her crochet business, talking about things that she's made, talking about orders she's doing, just showing things she's brought into like her crochet area situation. Like it's not always business related. Some of it's for like her yarn room and everything. So I really like her. So I just linked her vlogs playlist, and I've even tried to like replicate like one of her vlogs on my channel, and it did okay. It did okay. I think you guys like that kind of format too, where it's not just one thing, it's like everything, because at the end of the day we're like people too, just sitting, you know, in front of a camera. So like it's easier, I feel like, to make a video like that encompasses everything than it is to just sit down and film something like this where it's like, you know, just one specific topic. The next channel I have on my list is Bag O' Day Crochet. I specifically, now this is a short playlist, and I guess it's technically, now that I'm thinking about it, knitting, not crochet. But I found her channel because I was looking for information about Addy knitting machines, because I do those like twist headbands and hats. That's how I found her channel. But she's got like a little bit of everything on her channel, and I really like her. I really like her because she is not like the like classic mold of like a YouTuber. She's very much herself, and I like dig that, and that resonates with me. So go check out her channel. The final person for like the business section is Elise Rose Crochet, which is formerly, if you don't know, La Petite Saint Crochet. She has an amigurumi tips playlist, again linked below, and there is so much useful information because you, when you're watching a tutorial in general, are trying to replicate what they're doing if you've never done it, but you don't necessarily know that you're doing some things like wrong until you watch a video, or like several videos in this case, like her amigurumi tips, and then you realize like, oh, my work's been inside out the whole time I've been doing amigurumi, or oh, I'm just going under like one loop and like a side loop of the single crochet and not under like both actual loops of the single crochet. So it's stuff like that, getting like, you know, clean color changes and stuff is like one of her most recent videos that I watched. It was like 7 amigurumi tips or like mistakes you're making or something like that. But yeah, I found that. I just watched that on my own for fun. I found that particularly like interesting and helpful. If you're getting value from this video, be sure to give it a like and comment down below what are your favorite YouTube channels, because I would love to hear your take and see if you agree on some of my top 10s. Now we're moving on into tutorials, and I'm going to start with Bella Coco Crochet for absolute beginners. This is like a playlist on Bella Coco's channel. I'm linking this playlist specifically because these were the videos that I watched first when I was learning how to crochet. Kind of. I started trying to like relearn from, you know, being a child by just watching like a tutorial of something being made, and then I realized like I didn't have like any skill anymore, so I needed to go like right back down to basics. So when I like realized I needed to go right back down to basics, I started with Bella Coco's Crochet for Absolute Beginners playlist and just made little swatches of each of the little stitches and things. And that's why for like the first few months of my like crochet journey, I was crocheting, like it resonated with me more the like British terms for crochet stitches. Like a single crochet is not a single crochet, it's like a double crochet in like UK terms. And that makes sense to me because there's like 2 steps to it. Like, you know, you go in, yarn over, pull through, that's step 1, then yarn over, pull through, that's step 2. So like that resonated with me, so I really leaned into those like UK terms. If you guys didn't know, when I first started, I don't know if I've ever mentioned that, but they like really resonated with me. But now I just do everything back in like US terms because that's majority of like the patterns and stuff I buy are in those terms. But yeah, if you just need to like jog on the basics, or if you're interested in learning how to crochet and you ended up on this video, Bella Coco, Bella Coco, Bella Coco, I recommend her to like everybody at my markets who comes in and was like, I really want to do this. I'm like, go to Bella Coco. You'll find a little playlist and it's very helpful. The next person in the tutorial section is all From Jade, but specifically her mini octos. I've made them all for markets, and I still use one of them regularly like in my markets. So she's got other videos other than like octos. I actually, in fact, just made these cute little ladybugs with her free ladybug video. But I will say that like that's a very special channel and like Etsy seller to me, because I feel like my business was basically built upon her little simple no-sew patterns, and I still use them like every day in my business, and here we are like over a year later. And yeah, so a shout out to like all From Jade making Works of Whimsy a thing. Anyway, the next channel on this list is Sweet Softies. Now I feel like all From Jade are like very, very basic, and then you move up to Sweet Softies, which are still pretty basic and tend to be smaller tutorials, but they're like a little bit more involved, I feel like. But yeah, the Sweet Softies has like a little dino pattern. They have like a little octo pattern. There's like a little cat pattern, which you might hint, hint, nudge, nudge, see for my amigurumi event. And just watch other videos. I don't know if I've really like got into what that is yet, but you'll guys still find out. So subscribe if you want to learn what amigurumi is for me, because I'm doing my own spin on it. But yeah, Sweet Softies, good place to go for tutorials. The final channel in the tutorial section, it wouldn't be a good tutorial section without Rose and Lily Crochet. Obviously, as you can see, I gravitate towards amigurumi tutorials, and this is a great channel for amigurumi tutorials because they are a lot of times bigger patterns, a little more sewing intensive, but like everything on that channel is like cute, super cute, and free. Can't beat that. And then the last 2, so I actually have 11 crochet channels, and I'm saving what I believe is like the best for last. But the second to last is TL Yarn Crafts. And I didn't know where to put Tony Lipsy because 1, she wrote the book on Tunisian crochet, literally. 2, she's got like a little podcast situation, and I say little like loosely because she's huge. She's got like just like troubleshooting videos and where she tests like crochet hooks and things. So she does like a little bit of everything. She shares like free patterns. So she's just like all over the place, and like everything she does is great. But I specifically included her on this list because I really resonate with the Yarn Snob reviews, because I know it doesn't seem like it with all my plush yarn behind me. I really have a deep appreciation for yarn, And even though I don't have a ton of fancy yarn in my collection, I do have a small section of fancy yarn. And I was basically inspired by TL Yarn Crest to go after more than just, you know, straight up plastic yarn, which is like all the acrylic and the polyester yarn is. Yeah, so she just gave me an appreciation for that, and I really like, if she says something's good, I like 100% trust that like that is the bee's knees and I need to get that like expeditiously. Now, saving the best for last, the whole reason this particular video exists is my girl Marti over on Flawsome Crochet with Marti. So what had happened is she was feeling in a little bit of a rut with her channel, which I get. We've all been there. So I was like, you know, throwing ideas at her, just like seeing what stuck. And one of the ideas that came up was the idea for a video just like this. And she's like, oh, you know, I like that. So she did that. She got her video up 4 days ago and it's taken off right now. And I'm like, Marti, my girl, my homie, can I make that video too? And she's like, well, yeah, it was pretty much your idea. And I'm like, oh, right. So I couldn't, you know, do this video without shouting her out, because she's the whole reason that this is getting made like right now instead of like sometime in the future, because she's already taken an idea and like proved that it's got merit, it's got worth. And there's a couple of channels that are on my list and her list, and we've got completely different styles of crochet. So I implore you to go watch her video, because, you know, those are just like the heaviest of heavy hitters and like just straight up winners. Go watch Marti's video, because like I guarantee you, you're gonna find some like real gold over there. And I learned about some channels that I have not even heard of before, because I stay in the world of amigurumi and she does not just stay in the world of amigurumi. So it's like an interesting take for sure. That is going to be all for this video. Let me know down below which channels you love, or give me some ideas for some more channels to check out, because like you can really never have enough of Crochet YouTube. Where would I be without it, you know? That is all, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.